Hi Daniel, so just a quick video to talk through the best way of setting up your scoring. So at the moment, if we go into scoring, I see that you have the one question. Apologies for me misunderstanding exactly what you're hoping for out of this. So yeah, at the moment we have one scoring category basically with just all of these scores. So they're all just going to go into one score, kind of grouped together. But what I think you're after is actually different scoring categories, one for each statement along the left-hand side of your matrix table. So if we click into score and manage categories, we can add 4 or 5 different categories. I can't remember how many you had now, sorry. We can basically just call this one statement 1. You can call it after the statement. I'm not sure of the naming of them, but for now I'm just going to call it 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 as an example. And obviously you can make as many of these as you want. You can have an overall one and then you can have one broken out for each one. That's no problem. So you can basically create as many as you need. And then I'm just going to click save. Then what I'm going to be able to do is I'm going to be able to toggle between these different scoring categories and be able to assign scoring to each one. So for example, at the moment, number 1 is all of these, which is not what I want. So I'm just going to remove these and that'll be fine. So that's just the first statement. Now I'm going to move on to the second statement and I'm going to score it with 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the third one. Basically, I'm going to do this for each one. And then what I'll have is I'll have a different table in my reports for each one of these telling me my overall mean just for this quality of work, just for problem resolution, and so on. So they're not going to be all jumbled together. They're going to be like actually specified out, which I think is what you're looking for. So give that a try and let me know if it works out for you. Second question then is actually about the kind of the more data that's actually happening in your reports is not quite lining up. So with this, in your report, means and statistics are always based off the recode values assigned to answer choices in your questions. So if we click into recode values, we'll see at the moment this is set to very dissatisfied is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1. So maybe what we could do is you could ensure that not applicable is, so that's not actually, that's excluded from analysis, so that won't affect your data. But maybe we should just renumber these to be maybe 1 or 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Assign these scores. So it's not being based off the scores itself, it's being based off these recode values. So if you set these to be exactly how you want them to be, it will reflect in your reports. So if we click into reports, and just have a quick look at the report you have set up. I'll just confirm that basically the reason the numbers don't quite add up is because the data, so I think it's this one here. We'll just go with this one for now. I know this isn't exactly the right one, but I think it is actually. So you were saying that basically you could see that the very satisfied and so on wasn't in here. When it comes to a statistics table, I'll just add one in really quickly. Statistics table. So you're saying, for example, the mean is really high because if they're only scoring them to a maximum of 4, why are they pulling in a score of more than 4? That's because you have, like there's ones that are 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's scoring pretty high. So it's scoring a mean of like nearly 5 all the time. But if you move those down from 1 to 5, then it should reduce it down a little bit, but they'll be pretty much accurate. In terms of minimum and maximum, again, it's being based off recode values. So for example, 2 is the minimum recode value you have in here, and that's very dissatisfied, and the maximum is 6, which is your very satisfied. So if you change those recode values in your edit survey area, these will reflect in your report as well. So give those couple of changes a go and let me know how you get on. But if you do have any questions on anything else, just let me know and I'll be able to help you out.